and I probably sound like a broken record, but I keep saying, pain is a temporary and fleeting experience. Suffering, when people say they're suffering on a bike, I roll my eyes. I'm like, you don't know what the hell suffering even is. Okay, try waking up in a rehab center, locked in a room with a tracking device on your ankle. We put ourselves through on the bike is just temporarily painful. We're choosing to do it. We're paying to do it.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Bonk Babes podcast. I'm Taylor, I'm the producer for the podcast, and I'm just jumping in here to do the intro really quick. This week, the girls had LDC on the podcast, and it was a really great episode. You guys are really going to enjoy it. Keeping it short and sweet, just wanted to shout out our sponsor for the podcast, Bike Tires Direct. If you listen to the Bonk Bros, you know that they're big fans of both of our shows, and we're so grateful for their support. If you need anything bike related at all, they have it. Head to biketiresdirect.com and use the code Bonk Babes in all caps to get 10% off your order. That's it for the intro. Enjoy the episode.
Let's go. Hello, everyone. What up? Welcome to the pod LDC.
Woo! It's been a long time. It's been all these years. I'm finally invited on the pod.
All these years. Been all these years.
All these
All
years
these
that
years.
Bonk Babes has been going.
How long has this podcast existed?
Since summer last year.
Yeah, it's like August.
all this
like the end of
year.
summer.
It feels like years. Time is a funny thing.
How you doing? Where in the world are you right now?
Right now, I'm in Boulder, Colorado, USA.
Oh, the dream.
It is. It's dream. I live in an
What's
adult
that place,
playground.
Grace?
What was that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grace pulled a face at Boulder. Don't know why.
Okay, there's a lot of cars there.
What?
It's not... Okay, Boulder...
Have you been to a big city? There's not too many cars here.
I think I'm the type of person, I live in rural Pennsylvania, so I think that Boulder, yes, it is cool and all, but there's a lot of people there. I don't like being around a lot of people. I like being around the Amish. The Amish are my only friends.
Boulder is cool and all.
Yeah. Boulder's
beautiful. Cycling Mecca, cycling Disneyland.
Yeah, you've had some warm weather still, right? Have you even had snow there?
It's been crazy. I was wearing no arm warmers, no leg warmers yesterday. It's like middle of summer.
Dang.
It's
That's
an incredibly
crazy.
dry winter.
Unreal. You've been on let's talk about the start of your year, because I feel like you've been everywhere on adventure rides and all sorts. What I really want to know is this, maybe especially being a European, I can't even say that. What's that big ride you all do in SF?
That was so awesome. The Bodega run.
So how'd you get on that? Is it just anyone's invited?
Well, my new bike partner, Argonaut, bikes.
Shout out
Argonaut. They were doing the ride. They do the ride, like they've been doing it like a few years now. It was like an opportunity for me to get my brand new road bike, and meet the Argonaut crew. And
so cool.
Yeah, and do my first test ride on my bike on a 500-mile ride from San Francisco to LA in 4 days.
Oh my gosh.
And how was that?
I was shocked that I was able to just get on because the bikes are fully custom. So when they gave me the bike, like everything fit like a glove. It was perfect.
Wow,
like,
so
all right,
cool.
Yeah, I guess I can ride 500 miles on this.
How many saddle sores did you acquire?
0.
Oh my gosh.
Because I'm having
like
severe...
Yeah,
having severe issues.
No fit issues. I started with a new saddle partner, 2 wove saddles, and I've been really lucky with the saddle sores.
Dude, Lauren's sponsors are gonna listen to this podcast and
be like,
she's just knocking them out. Like less than 5 minutes in, she's knocking out.
All right, who else is there?
She's on it. Give her a raise.
But talk us about that ride is like, you get some big names on it. But you had an Olympic champ with you. What was that all about?
That was crazy. So I would say the women's side of the ride was far more stacked than the male side. The male side, hell yeah. It was the male side was a bunch of, like San Francisco tech bros, tech boys, Really fast, like, cat ones, but like fast, but
Yeah.
had regular jobs. But
Yeah.
on the women's side,
Freaking
at Kristen
losers with
Faulkner,
regular jobs.
people with regular jobs. They
Losers.
don't get they can't train all day like us.
No, I just say that because I have a regular job. Okay, carry on. Sorry.
Sorry. I didn't mean it like that.
I blame myself for not being fast enough.
Oh no. We're not foolish
Fun.
enough. But no, the hitters was Kristen Faulkner, the Olympic gold medalist right now, reigning,
That's
and
crazy.
her little gold accent. Like, I don't think everyone on the ride knew like who they were riding with,
Yeah.
which meanwhile I was just like, oh wow, I am so honored you're on this ride.
Did you feel pressure to, how does it like work? Do you ride hard, or is you into groups, or you just like ride as a group steady? I don't
No,
know.
this is not steady. No,
It's not steady.
no, no. Well, okay, so the ride, it's like extreme road riding, extreme road riding.
Okay.
It's like gravel, a little bit of mountain biking, but you're like on these like full like road bikes with normal road tires. I was like on 32s.
Oh
Um,
wow.
yeah. So we were just like off-roading on road bikes, which caused like lots of splits in the group. So we were just like scattered. Everything was scattered, but my two homies, Alexis Scarda and Cecily Decker, who I invited on the ride after I got the invite from Argonaut Boys, I asked if I could bring my two girlfriends. We were attached at the hip. We did not want to leave each other out in the wild,
Oh,
so we stuck together the whole time.
that's so
Yeah.
good. I mean, that's a pretty strong trio as well.
Yeah,
So
we weren't going easy. We were like still ripping each other's legs off, but like, in a friendly way.
that's so
No,
good.
no lady left behind.
Love that. And then you all regroup at a certain place,
The
and then you go
Bodega.
again.
Well,
Yeah.
no, so there were like certain regrouping spots along the
Okay.
route, like along the different rides, because it was 4 days with different like meeting points. But the last day, like the final meeting point was at the actual Bodega market.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's
Yeah.
a market. See, I am so clueless about this. I didn't.
Yeah, it's like we were pretty close to Mexico. The Bodega is
Yeah.
like a Mexican market kind of thing. We
Oh,
got
sweet.
like, yeah, no, it was cool. We got all like the ice creams and yeah, horchata. I had a horchata ice cream at the end. And then instead of me, Cecily, and Alexis finishing at the ending spot in LA, we rode straight to an Airbnb that we had booked in Malibu.
Stop.
Yeah, and then we
What,
continued
just
to
a
rip each
bit of,
other's legs off for the next 10 days.
that's crazy. So like a proper girls' camp. Love it.
Yeah, it was like 3 weeks of just ripping each other's legs off.
Who
Uh,
was like on it more? Or were you all, I mean, you're both as all competitors as each other, but
yeah,
was there,
Cecily was second in the Grand Prix.
yeah, exactly.
Alexis was fourth. I was sixth. We're all very, very like very similar. And Cecily had a great quote. She said, "With friends like you, I don't need any enemies."
I feel like that is such a her quote.
Oh yeah, she's got great, yeah. Those quotes,
That's
the golden
yeah.
quotes by Cecily.
There you go, Grace. You can go do that next year as your winter training.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah. Wait, so,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Lauren, would you think that training there is better or in Florida?
Oh, definitely California. Definitely California, please. Why did we ride
No,
on?
Great.
I'm
Why
joking.
would you?
Grace
I'm
tries
joking.
to convince
I'm
us.
Do you want to ride around
No.
Disney World?
Hey, yeah. I'm an East Coaster, Lauren, through and through. No, I'm joking. I went to Florida this year for like 2 weeks, but again, let's remember, I'm normal loser who works. Okay,
Oh,
so that's the best that I would get.
I had a job. I've had normal jobs. I was an
Yeah,
office lady once.
an office lady once,
Mm-hmm.
and look at you now.
I
You're what I
the different
aspire
kind
to
of
be.
office.
That's a good kind of point to take us back a bit into your your career life and like how you got into cycling in the first place. And like,
Right.
was it from a young age, or
It's
what age
been,
did you come
yeah,
into the crazy sport?
it's been a continuous roller coaster of fun. My first,
I
my
think
first
that's just a
race,
definition of cycling, right?
yeah, it's like a lifelong hold over you, and it keeps pulling you back in year after year. And so that's what happened. My first race, I was 20 years old. I was a student at Emory University in Atlanta. It was like I started with collegiate racing and got hooked immediately. I used to be a runner. I was once a runner. Like many of us cycling girls were once runners, cross countryers. Yeah, yeah. And then, came to cycling. It was way more fun because you go faster and you ride further and just do it all day. So I really grabbed on to cycling. After I graduated, I was like, I should try to be a professional cyclist with my anthropology degree. So that's what I
So
set my
good.
sights on. Pro cycling. I joined my first team really was DNA cycling out of Utah. Um,
Hmm.
DNA Pro Cycling. So I considered myself a professional at the time. I was doing like
Nice.
the domestic like pro races here in the US. I had a few trips with the US cycling, the road team in Europe. My first European race ever was Het Nieuwsblad, and I thought I was gonna die.
I'm not surprised. I've reconned that course and it's just savage.
Oh my
I
god.
suppose coming from America as well, the roads are like 5 times the size.
I know, I was like, "This is not like our business park crit anymore." Like 200 women willing to die, it felt like, to win Het Nieuwsblad. I was like, "Oh my god, what's going on?" So that
That's
was my
crazy.
intro to Europe. But yeah, no, I did a few trips with USA Cycling, got better along the way. They just wanted to throw us in the deep end to see what it could be like. And then,
Yeah.
we did some smaller races in Europe. Uh, but then, yeah, when I was on DNA, that's when I suffered my really, really, really nasty crash at a road race in California. It's almost this is my 10th year anniversary, by the way. Shout out
Ah,
TBI. Shout out TBI.
yeah.
Uh,
Which was it? Redlands? No.
no, it was at San Dimas.
Okay.
Yeah, it's real close. I mean, I was
Yeah.
supposed to go to Redlands after that, but I
Right.
didn't I was in a coma and missed it. I missed
Shit.
yeah, no, like it was
Because I don't know the full story. I've read bits, obviously, and like I think it'd be good for all our listeners getting to know you. Is like if
oh yeah, for
I
sure.
mean, obviously, if you don't feel comfortable, but like if you
I've
can
shared this
talk about,
story many, many a time. It's like
yeah.
no, I feel very comfortable sharing this story.
Okay.
Yeah, it happened in the sprint at San Dimas. I was leading out a teammate, and then my handlebars got caught in the fence, like on the sides,
On the
and
side.
yeah, and I flipped over the fence, going like I looked back at my Garmin Wahoo. It said I was going 37 to like 0 and like landed on my head, which was I don't remember any of this also.
Gee.
Yeah, and apparently my teammate behind me was is a physician's assistant in real life at her real job. Yeah, at her job. And
Yeah.
she just stopped racing immediately and was like, "Someone call a helicopter." Like, someone
Oh
call,
my
like
God.
yeah, I was medevaced out of there. My brain was bleeding, like, on the inside. Um, yeah, I was, like, postulating, like, fighting people. It was, like, one of the yeah, it was a whole thing. Um,
Wow.
yeah, but they took me to an ICU in, Southern Cal at the, USC, University of Southern California. They put me into an induced coma, for I was in it for 6 days. My whole family
Wow.
was freaking out and everyone flew out to California. And
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Jeez.
yeah, no, that was I don't remember any of this. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't not remember being in a coma,
And
but
how old were you here? Sorry.
I was 25,
Okay.
35
Wow.
now, 10 years
Yeah.
ago,
Oh yeah. 10 years.
10 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I was airlifted again. Well, I was at the ICU for 3 weeks where they were like just monitoring the swelling and bleeding in my brain, like doing CAT scans. They never didn't have to operate, thank God.
Yeah.
But when I was, like, stable enough, they, airlifted me again to a rehab center, a neuro rehab center in Colorado, Craig Rehabilitation Center, which is where I spent another 2 months, learning things like walking and talking and reading. Uh,
Whoa.
yeah. But then I remember very vividly, I think it was, like, April 23rd, I woke up one day and I was like, "What the hell? Like, where am I? What is going?" I, like, basically returned back to where I am right now. And so, well, like,
Stop.
awareness, and I was like I, like, looked
So you
around, and I was like, why am I in this hospital gown? Why are my parents here? Why are, like, because my parents are divorced. I was like,
stop.
"Why are my parents in the same room? Oh god, I probably almost just died, and I was totally right."
Oh my God. So it was almost like a like switch where you
Yeah,
like,
like,
so
that
you
day, I
don't
just,
really
like
remember the time before that?
no, I see videos of myself just, like, in a haze, like,
Oh,
That's
and you, like, don't
crazy.
remember that at all?
no, like, talking to people, like, I was speaking
Yeah.
Italian because I speak some Italian, I was, like, speak
Uh-huh.
Stop.
I mean, the brain is just such a weird
Yeah,
mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was able to tap
that's
into my Italian, but I wasn't able to remember, like, my brother, which
that's
Hmm.
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But then I
Jesus.
came back to, like, awareness one day, and then from that point on, I just wanted to get out of the rehab center, and I was probably the worst patient they ever had. I was like they had to put
Going insane.
they had to put a tracking device on my ankle.
Oh
Oh.
my gosh.
I mean, in a similar way, my dad suffered a stroke actually, and he was at a similar thing where his brain, he was like talking to us about stuff in his childhood that we didn't recognize,
Mhm.
and then he was like the hospital's nightmare. But we were in France, like, and they were mainly speaking French that my dad and couldn't understand. He literally got restrained in
Oh, yeah,
hospital.
exactly, I got
Well,
So
restrained.
I said this about my grandma because my grandma has dementia and she broke her
yeah,
back so she can't walk, but there's one lady at her nursing home that's, like, really fit, like, walks into everyone's room and is like, "You need to get me out of here. You need to call
That was
Steven."
me.
And I literally, like, look at my mom and I was like, "Oh my gosh, if grandma could walk like that, she'd
should
be
let her out.
diabolical. Like, she'd be done."
No, okay, so for the walking, I had to have a nurse with me 24 hours a day at the rehab center. One of them had a fit no one wanted me as their patient because one of the nurses wore a Fitbit one day. They wore a Fitbit, they recorded 15 miles on their Fitbit because I was just pacing around I
Was
wanted out
this
so
was
bad.
this when you were still,
Wow.
like, in that haze effect and you
No,
weren't
this is when I had come
Oh,
back.
okay,
I had,
okay.
like, come back to it. I mean, in hindsight, Craig Hospital was the best place I could have ended up going, and, like, I
Yeah.
will forever be indebted to Craig Hospital, but no one wants to be a hospital patient. And at the time,
Yeah.
I'm
No.
25, I was a pro cyclist, and I was like, "I need to get back to my normal life." But at that
Yeah.
time, I was like, I thought I would never touch a bike again. I thought I would never ride again. I started studying for I don't know how much of it I remembered, but, I decided it was time to go back to grad school at the
Oh
hos
wow.
yeah. So I started doing, like, the note cards for, like, the vocab words for the GRE, um, the graduate requisite exam here in USA, and,
While
took
you were
the
still in the
yeah.
hospital? Like, the rehab? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I mean, I don't know how good that studying was for me, but it kept my mind I was at least, like, focused on something else besides the injury,
Yeah.
How
thinking,
long were you in hospital for in total? Do you know?
um, I was at Craig for 2 months and at the ICU for, like, 3 weeks.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
It felt like
Yeah.
forever when you're 25.
Oh, for sure. And I
Mhm.
think I suppose when you became aware of your situation, when you're used to having that freedom just to go outside and then you're contained in a room, it would just
Right.
drive you
Mhm.
insane.
Yeah, I mean, I was, like, just doing whatever. I had just gone on a tour in New Zealand, and I was in
Yeah.
California living my best life, 25 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you say from that experience is something that you learned about just, like, life and riding? And I know, like, people have scary experiences like that all the time, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I need to live life more. Oh my gosh, I need to
Mhm.
chill out. Like, I need to do this, I need to do that," or, like, whatever. Have you, like, learned anything from it where you're just, like, coming
Yeah.
out of it?
Yeah, and I probably sound like a broken record, but I keep saying pain is a temporary and fleeting experience. Suffering, when people say they're suffering on a bike, I roll my eyes. I'm like, you don't know what the hell suffering even is. Okay, try waking up in a rehab center, locked in a room with a tracking device on your ankle because you like think, I don't know, like suffering is like losing a family member or like cancer,
Yeah.
one of these things. But like pain, like what we put ourselves through on the bike is just temporarily painful. We're choosing to do it. We're paying to do it. We're traveling to
Yeah.
go do it. So
Yeah.
it's very, very different to me now. I think I developed like this weird, well, I have a new concept um, of pain. So I actually became much better at climbing and really good at the 12-hour, 10-hour efforts, like Unbound. Like I'm just able to go to that place and just
Yeah.
keep going. And
How would you compare yourself as an athlete now then before this, when you were doing the road stuff, before the crash and stuff?
oh,
Were
I'm way
you
better
were you
now.
not,
I got like
but
I wouldn't recommend anyone going and getting a TBI to
no.
develop this new like weird concept of pain, but that's a silver lining, I guess. I got better at cycling.
Yeah, what you just now pain is not a thing. That's why you just keep going and keep going and
Yeah, yeah. Actually, one of my close friends, Timmy Dugan, he was an Olympic cyclist back in the day, like 2012. He had had a similar experience as I did. He was also a patient at Craig Hospital, and after that, he was selected for the Olympics and won all sorts of stuff. And like,
wow.
we hang out, we have like a little survivor support crew for the
Oh, I
long-term
love that.
sufferers. So we'll just go and like grab a drink or whatever.
Yeah.
Talk
But
about our stuff.
your
Yeah.
journey back to, because like you said, you never thought you'd ride a bike again. So was that this people in the hospital telling you this, advising you this, or like
Yeah. Oh
how
yeah.
was the journey back? Because I mean, if I slide out on a corner, I freaking am shit at descending for the next 2 races, let
Right.
alone going through what you went through. So like, how did you adapt quickly back to that?
Great. Well, I think the
Or
best part of the whole experience is that I don't remember anything. Like I don't remember the crash
it's
because if I remember
crazy.
that crash, I don't know if I'd be on the bike right now because
Yeah,
from what people have told me, it was a very traumatic experience
I'm not
for,
surprised.
yeah, had I remembered any of it, I think I'd have a lot more fear now. But I mean, there's always like that lingering, it gets better with time. It's been 10 years now. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so I say I'm okay, but yeah, the doctors, the lead neuro scientist guy, doctor said, do not ride a bike, do not race a bike ever again. If you crash
Really?
again, you're gonna be totally screwed. And like your head injuries are gonna be way, way worse, and you should never ride a bike again. And I was like, me.
You're like, watch this, doc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
You
show
just
you what's up.
send
I'll
him
show
your like
you, doctor.
Palmaras now and be like, how about this?
How about this, doc?
How long did it actually take you from your recovery though? Because obviously this process of like learning to walk and talk again. So then how long until you actually got back on the bike
See, I
and
would say
did your
like the walking and talking, I got back to that quick because then I was walking 15 miles around the rehab center.
that is
So once I
wild.
regained my balance, I was able to just keep going.
Yeah.
But after I was discharged, I did go back to I did go to grad school for
Okay.
epidemiology at the
Whoa.
University of Colorado, close to home. I
Mm-hmm.
moved back in to my dad's house because, I was a fighter. Coming back to
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Went to grad school for 2 years, got a master's. I started doing collegiate racing again as a graduate student. Um,
Whoa.
totally. I don't know how the undergrads feel about that when the graduate students come
LDC
back
was a
after they.
sandbagger back in the day.
I was sandbagging
It's like,
hard.
it's so crazy. It's so crazy that that's like allowed
I
in
know.
collegiate racing because I think about that. like being from Indiana with Marion, like a lot of people do that with Marion. And I'm like, I think that it's so insane that like 30-year-olds can just be like, oh, I'm going back to school and now I'm doing collegiate racing, but I'm a Cat 1 and you know what? I'm just gonna win a collegiate title.
Yeah, no, I won nationals.
Slay.
So slow.
I was like, I'm back, baby, I'm back.
That's so good.
And then that's when the whole gravel thing was like really gaining traction. And like my first real gravel race was crushing the Tusher. And
that race.
I love that race.
I know you do.
She's
I was so good at that race.
from Colorado, that's why.
Yeah.
She's used to it.
I was like, oh, give me the pain, please, more. More climbing, please. So I won crushing the Tusher, and then I won collegiate nationals, and I was like, oh, well, this is pretty cool. But I didn't like have my sights set on. Professional gravel cycling wasn't even a thing.
I was gonna say you're like the OG to gravel.
Yeah, that was 2018. That
You're
was
like the founder.
Crazy. Yeah, you are the own it. Own it.
But like but I did it because
Gravel Cycling Hall of Fame, here she comes.
I mean, it felt like a safer way to like re-enter the sport. Like collegiate was it? I can only do collegiate for so long as a sandbagger. No, gravel, the speeds are a little slower. The pelotons are not quite as big as Het Nieuwsblad, and it just felt like a safer way to like be competitive. While still having a day job, because then I moved back to Atlanta, where I was as an undergrad at Emory to get a fellowship at the Centers for Disease Control, which was like my dream desk job. And I got my dream desk job, and I was doing the morning commute, the 9 to 5, sitting in traffic every day. And I was like, well, I guess,
doesn't it?
Yeah. I was like, well, this is my dream.
That's exactly right.
Woo! Yes.
Ooh, yeah, I love rush hour traffic. Yeah.
I love my sciatica nerve hurting from just sitting at a desk all day.
Oh, so good. So good. And then after that, 6 months once I got that fellowship at CDC, COVID. Maybe a year later. It was very shortly thereafter, COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And then the world was kind of shutting down, and I got to be on the COVID task force. They were looking for people to help, and I was like, ooh, pick me. I want to be on it.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you have to do?
We just did data analysis. We just like told other people what to do. I was a fellow at the time. I was still in fellowship, so I was learning from
at the time.
I was a fellow at the time. I was learning from the more experienced epidemiologists. But then about a week after reporting to CDC headquarters, we were all like, why are we coming in the office anymore? We should all just be at home and like, teleworking. And so then I was on the virtual COVID task force for a while. I was on the virtual COVID task force when I went Unbound.
Oh my gosh.
That's huge. That's so funny.
I will say though, if you were like working in epidemiology would be pretty cool while COVID is happening, because I feel like that's the main, like it would be really cool because it's all like new uncharted territory that you guys are like trying to figure out. So I feel like that's a pretty cool time to be working in epidemiology.
No, it was actually like really good timing to get a master's degree in epidemiology.
Would you say that your training increased when you went virtual?
Yes, that was the best thing that could have happened to my cycling career, actually.
Me too.
Using that rush hour commute time
to
as
train.
training time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know, I used to literally get back to my meetings and still have my helmet on and pretend that my camera had broke because I would literally leave it. I'd be like, well, I can fit 3 hours in before 9.
Guys, I didn't even bike while COVID was a thing. That's when I started biking, was over COVID, and I just started riding my mom's Peloton. I didn't even have like a road bike or anything.
Yeah, you need something to do. I was so crazy. I did. Remember when Everesting was a thing? Remember when we Everested because we didn't have any races?
Oh,
Oh
when
yeah,
people would just
sorry,
like
yeah.
climb a
We used
bunch.
to do Zwift race. Well, there was like these pro Zwift races. Did you ever do
Oh
them?
yeah, no, I did those too. I was like, this is my
They were
re-entry into
awful.
pro cycling. Zwift racing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. COVID
Yeah.
was like the best thing that happened to my cycling.
That's hilarious.
hmm
And then that was the year that you won Unbound. The
Well, so
year after,
Unbound
sorry.
was like basically the first race out of the pandemic, like the first big race.
Were you with this Cinch?
I was, yeah, I was at the
Yeah,
time.
that's
Yeah. So I did set the Everesting world record. I was a world record holder for 5 days. It was the best 5 days of my life.
holy.
Okay, add it to the resume. So far as like
Yeah, wait.
her CDC COVID task force Unbound 200 winner while being the COVID task force, and then Everesting world record for 5 days.
Yeah, well,
This
the
is
Everesting world record was in between those two, and then Cinch, Tom at Cinch, like we were talking about. Oh, he invited me on his podcast actually to talk about. There was a really bad crash. I think at the Tour of Poland, maybe.
oh yeah.
Someone else had a really severe TBI, traumatic brain injury, and we were talking about that. And then after the podcast, he's like, "So I'm starting this new little program. Do you want to be on it?" And I was just like a working lady doing. I was like, "Ooh, free kit, okay."
Isn't it funny? That's what I like when I remember getting my first bit of free kit, and it was like, oh my God. Like, because I was always like borrowing my brother's stuff or buying like cheap decathlon stuff.
Exactly. I was like, "Yes, please send me a kit." Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And
So
then, ooh, a
good.
bike. I can ride this bike. Yes,
That's so
please.
good.
Yeah. So I was on Cinch when I won Unbound. And then the next day, they offered me like they matched what I was making as a fellow, which wasn't like that much as an educational fellow, but like I was like, hell yeah. I
Yeah.
yeah, well, it took me a little while actually. I still worked at CDC for maybe like 3 more months, and I was like, should I leave my real job? I don't know. But then
It's always
I
that fear, isn't it? That you're,
Mhm.
because I was a bit like that when you think you're used to your regular income. You've got,
Mhm.
so it's always that fear of taking the step, but then you're like, yeah, but I'll never know.
I
So
know.
sometimes you do just have to do it.
Gotta do it, and I was like, in my head, I'm like, my spreadsheets will always be there, but my legs
Yeah.
have a shelf life,
Mhm.
and
Love that.
I need to see what they
Yeah.
can do for the next few years. So
So
here we
good.
are, still seeing what they can do for the
Wait,
next
so
few
when
years.
was that when you were like fully gonna be a pro cyclist with Cinch at first?
I was 30.
Slay.
Wow.
Finally made it.
And you've been, let's talk about the lifetime. You've been like from the first one, right? You've
I
done them
actually
all.
didn't do the
So you
first
didn't do
edition.
was the first one
No,
in 2021 then? Or what? No.
2022.
Oh, okay.
I didn't do it because I was not a mountain biker, and I was
Oh
too
yeah.
afraid to do mountain bike racing.
That was literally my life as well when I came into the Grand
Yeah.
Prix.
Yeah, it's scary. I was like, I'd never even gone mountain biking. I was a road racer.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna take a year, maybe ride the mountain bike
Yeah.
around a little bit more, maybe do it next year. But after that, from 2023 until now, I've done it. But
Yeah.
I was way too
My
afraid to Leadville.
my first ever I'd been on the mountain bike 3 times. That third time was the Seal to
Mhm.
Race mountain bike race.
Oh my gosh,
In
That's
Danny.
insane.
I
Yeah,
got into the Grand
Insane.
that's
Prix,
crazy.
like applying as a European, saying, haven't actually done any American races. This series looks cool. Can I do it? Then was like, holy
You
shit,
get
there's
in
mountain
and you're
bike
like,
races.
shit.
What is
Yeah,
this?
because I didn't think I was going to get in. And then I was like, oh my God, I've got to do a
I
mountain
take
bike
it back.
race.
I take it back. I don't want to be in it anymore.
No, so I did like my first mountain bike race ever was like a local race in like near Atlanta. And there was enough climbing and I won my first mountain bike race. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be totally fine. And then the next race was Sea Otter. And I was like, I remember seeing you there. And I was like,
Yeah,
we were together. And I was
we
like,
were together.
this is so stupid.
We had no idea what we were doing. Oh, you've got to laugh. But
In hindsight, it's pretty funny. I'm glad that Sea Otter is now a gravel race because that
Yeah.
course is a bit technical.
yeah, which is hilarious because the mountain bikers are like, it's not even a proper mountain bike course.
Well, they didn't grow up. Well, I tried to
Whatever.
learn mountain biking when I'm 32. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm a
so
late
good.
bloomer. I was a late bloomer. Should have
So
been doing it
you,
since like 5.
so you've so you did so you've done everyone since 2023. Yeah,
Yeah, 23,
and
4, 5,
you've been top
6,
10 in
all of
3,
them.
4, all of them.
Well,
That's so
top
good.
10 overall.
Yeah.
Yeah. First I was 5th, then I was like 8th, and this year I was 6th.
And how did you deal with Leadville the first year? Did you do that one?
Horrible. Well, actually, no, I had like an okay Leadville the first time.
Because it was just
Okay.
climbing. You just
Yeah,
did you just
I can make up for a lot of it on the climbs, but lose way too much
yeah.
on the descents. Which is fine. It's fine. I just try to minimize my losses at Leadville
Yeah.
typically and focus on Schwalmingen is actually a really good race for I don't know, just like my power profile. Just like the
That's
explosive.
it's not super technical, but it's
No,
explosive.
it's not.
Yeah.
It's like rolling grass,
Really?
bumpy
It's
grass.
so fun.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. It's good for a road racer like me.
Wait, so how were you with Little Sugar this year? Were you
I
like
didn't
coming
go.
into it like, oh,
I
you
didn't
didn't?
go. No,
Dropped
I
it.
know better than
Oh.
that. I'm not gonna. Well, I didn't go to Little Sugar because like the next week is Big Sugar, which I've like basically like kind of won before on the Grand Prix. I've won before. The year I got second, but Takasi Inumi Adoma,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
the Tour de France winner at the time, and who was not in a lifetime Grand Prix. So I got the Grand Prix that year. But like there's way more for me to gain at Big Sugar and a lot to lose at Little Sugar, like
Smart.
pushing and
Yeah, for sure.
or anything.
That's
And
what I always think about with the Grand Prix athletes doing Little Sugar and then the people who sit out of Little Sugar then coming into Big Sugar. I'm like, I wonder if they're nervous and if they feel like they have a disadvantage from the people who just sat out the week before or
oh yeah.
anyone
Yeah.
who just decided, like any pro racers who decided to, like if Haley Batten was like, oh, I'm not going to do Little Sugar, but I'm going to come and do Big Sugar. If people are like, oh shit, because I just did Little Sugar and now my legs are tired.
Yeah, well, I mean, I always think it's an advantage to like just spend more time recovering and training, and you can't race every single weekend. You're gonna get
Yeah.
tired eventually. Like you have to have dedicate time to like unbound block, like a month of unbound training. Yeah, because otherwise you're just racing, recovering, tapering, racing, recovering, tapering.
Oh, literally, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so I
exactly
don't-
why I'm, to be honest, not coming to Mid-South is because I was going to do that. And then I was like,
Mhm.
I've already done a couple of races. I just want to train for a month because then the season really does kick off, you know, and then it's like
For
back to
sure.
back to back, which is chaos. How do you feel about this year's Lifetime then?
Oh, feeling great.
Excited?
Yeah. I'm
It's a
excited.
good lineup, hey?
Oh my God. The lineup is so stacked. So legit.
It's
It
cool, though.
it gets more competitive every year.
You must be sad that Crush is out, though. I mean, a lot of people
so
probably
sad.
aren't, but
I love that race.
and the Rad actually. The Rad and Crush are like your babies.
My baby races. Yes, I know. I've won the Rad now 4 times. I have
my
4
gosh.
guitars. I have 4 guitars. It's amazing. I could start a band. A guitar band.
You should. Do you still do that race though? Don't you every year, even though it's not in?
Yeah, it's like
Lifetime.
it's very close to where I live, and
Yeah,
you
makes
know,
sense.
I really like the town of Trinidad. I just like going down there.
It's so quirky.
Yeah,
Like-
it's just kind of weird. It's a nice little weekend getaway to Trinidad. When there's no
Yeah.
other races. But yeah, I'm sad that that's out. I really love that race, obviously. Only good memories.
Yeah, when you're winning, it's always good memories.
Exactly. Great race. Amazing race. And Big
you
Sugar,
say,
or no, not Big Sugar, Crusher and the Tusher. Yeah, that is another one of my babies, my first big gravel win.
yeah. What about races? You said, because that's one thing I'm really trying to get better at is not over racing, because I think it's not even the races, it's the traveling that
Yeah.
fucks you up more than anything, to be
Oh,
honest.
totally.
Like,
Absolutely.
so what races out to, because there's some people, I mean, like Dylan Johnson might do like one race outside of Lifetime, but what about like, what would you do? What do you do outside of Lifetime?
Oh, I'm doing Mid-South this week
Oh, you're
on
doing
Friday.
Mid-South?
Yeah, I'm driving to
Amazing.
Oklahoma tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Bright and early with
So
my
good.
mechanic Deb. Deb is coming in. We're gonna drive to
Yes.
Stillwater together and have a girls trip to Stillwater.
You've got a good little crew with Deb.
Oh yeah, got my
and
crew.
Holy Spirit and Gravel.
Yeah, and Holy Spirit. Yeah, she'll be there too. I got a good girl crew. They're good
Oh,
for like
amazing.
emotional support. Oh, Deb does Deb does my highlights. Yeah, see, that was Deb.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
Deb is a woman of many talents.
Whoa. Okay, I'll
she's
book
my
in. Is she going to be
brows,
at Sea Otter?
Oh,
I
well,
thought about, yeah, Sea Otter. I need some highlights in the front of my hair again.
Oh yeah, just
Please
send
don't. Just
let
book
Deb
in.
know. Just
Hit
reach out to
Deb up.
Deb and say what color you want.
You'll have a queue outside your Airbnb.
I know. All the girls at the Grand Prix or whatever. All the women's
So
Peloton
good.
will be at my Airbnb for highlights.
So good. Mid-South's a good race though. Very.
Oh, I love
I'm gutted I'm not there.
Mid-South.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
it's
you
very-
did
I think-
Valley of Tears.
I didn't do
Weird.
Valley
Did you?
Tears.
No, you didn't.
Wait,
No,
what was the barbed wire?
Oh.
Yeah,
We were
need
talking
to
about this
talk
before.
about
I
this.
thought that
Barbed
Valley
wire.
of Tears was the barbed wire.
That was a race in Atlanta. Well, not in Atlanta. I flew into Atlanta. It's in Franklin, Georgia. It's a 100-mile race. It goes, half of it is in Georgia, and then the other half is in Alabama. So it's like a big little loop-de-doop around the southern roads. And yeah, it rained. It was raining all week. Really, really sloppy, slippery. It's not like the chunky mud like Unbound where it gets stuck. It's like the slippery kind of mud where you just like
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
a slip and slide. Yeah. Yeah. So, I did a little I was the first one into the super slippery muddy section, maybe at like mile 20. And I was like, I'm gonna be so good at mud this year. Yeah, this is gonna be my new thing.
What, you just decided it as you were entering this mud. So it's not like
Yeah,
you'd practiced
I was like, this is my new thing. I'm so good at mud now.
Hey, I love the positive affirmations.
Yeah, this is so good.
I have to tell myself, I'm like, this is going to be my thing. This is totally cool. I'm just going to take the high line right now.
I'm so brave. I'm so brave.
Unfortunately, at the high line, there was a barbed wire fence over there. And I did a little...
Wait, when you say the high line, are you trying to turn in this high line? Or
No,
you're just
I was just trying to like go high. Ride high on the side. So it was
Okay,
it
I
was
get
like
you.
totally, it wasn't even a turn. I was going straight onto a super muddy road. I was like, I'm just gonna take the high line on the left over here. Yeah, because I'm gonna be really good at mud this year. It's my thing now.
You're chaos.
I was chaos. It was pure chaos. And my new boyfriend, my boyfriend was at the next aid station. Woo, got a boyfriend. He's from Georgia. He's from Georgia. And I was like my jersey was all ripped up. I was bleeding out of my arm. And I was like, welcome to professional gravel racing, baby.
Is he not? Does he cycle himself or just?
Yeah, no, he rides like more he's like recreational, but he is like more into ultra running. He has a real job and he is more of a runner than cyclist.
So you just came into the feed zones all torn up.
All torn up and bloody. And I was like, well, I'm glad this is your first race. And it was his first race to come and like, yeah, it was really amazingly and supportive and like with the feeds and just hanging.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
But you still podiumed, right?
Yeah,
Oh
I
wow, you
still
can
got
see your
second
scars.
Yeah,
to Emily
obviously.
Newsom. Yeah, I got
Yeah.
I mean,
second to
the
Emily.
barbed wire fence like didn't stand a chance. You should,
No.
Danny. Actually, we should all go out and see how the fucking barbed wire fence looks. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I
LDC
need that
crushed
barbed wire
that.
fence in my mind. Yeah.
This girl doesn't
That
feel
fence.
pain, remember?
Yeah, the fence needs some repairs now.
Oh God.
Yeah,
my
so
God.
it only took me like maybe like a minute or so to like peel myself out of the fence, make sure my bike was safe. I was more worried about the bike, obviously, because we
Yeah,
always
obviously.
are cyclists. We're like,
Isn't that mad? Right, whenever we
yeah,
No.
crash.
and like I
You
might
can
be
always
bleeding, but is the
no.
frame okay? Is the frame okay?
Yeah, no.
Someone told me I did a kiteboarding lesson once, and like kiteboarding, it's like you have a big like 10-meter kite, and there's like a little strap connected to you on a harness because the kite can like literally just lift me up and like take me away. So you can like click this button on your harness so that the kite like detaches from you so that you're safe. And someone was like, you can always buy a new kite or buy a new kiteboard, but you can never buy a new you. So after that, I'm like, whenever people crash, I'm like, are you okay? Fuck the bike. We don't care.
Meanwhile, as the cyclist,
Yeah.
like
No,
I can recover from my injuries. My bones can grow back, but this carbon's going to cost a lot of money to repair.
No.
That's so funny because when I had a really bad crash at Tracker, 15K in.
Oh my God.
And my leg, I had like a hematoma coming out of my leg, but
Mhm.
I didn't care. I was like so determined for this race. I'm like smashing my bars back together, and Sturmy is going, Danny, your leg's really bad. I'm like, I don't care. I just don't have a Wahoo, so you're gonna have to tell me where to go.
Where to go? Where the turns are? I lost my Wahoo
Because I lost my Wahoo
in the crash.
I
Sounds
need like
me.
a little bit. I need like a little bit of that like I don't know, like grit in me, I guess. Whenever I crash, I'm like, oh, I'm dying. And then I went to the ER once with like a cut on my elbow. And I was like, I think I need stitches. And this was after my first gravel race. And we waited like 2 hours in the ER. And the lady was like, yeah, you don't need stitches. That's just like a little scrape. And I was like, are you sure? Are you sure?
Well, no, that night I did go to like the ER in Atlanta. Well,
it's
just to
wire. It's like infected.
well, no, it
right?
wasn't even that. I had to get a tetanus booster because
Oh.
I
Yeah.
hadn't had a booster shot in like 10
Shit.
years. My last shot was in 2016 when this all happened. But my friend at the finish line is an ER doctor. He was
Yeah.
also racing. He's an ER doctor at Grady, and which is like the number one level one trauma, the only level one trauma center in the Southeast. So it's like a way too intensive a place for me to get a booster, but he made some calls and I was able to get boosted that night.
Wait, so
That's crazy. You've got all the contact.
Yeah, how often do you have to get a tetanus shot?
Every 10 years, technically. It's good to
Okay.
have it every
Yeah, 'cause I
5
feel like
years if you're like in contact with really sketchy barbed wire.
I feel like once I
I'm definitely due one.
yeah, I crashed on a jet
everyone
ski and I
listening,
got
check your
one.
vaccination records.
But no, this is what I was about to say is that every single gravel person, I feel like that crashes. It's like they'll immediately go to the ER to get stitches or whatever or something like to get cleaned up. And then they're like, "Oh, I need to get a tetanus shot." So just get the
You do.
tetanus shot now.
Everyone
and then you
go
won't
get
have
a
it.
Well,
tetanus
maybe
shot.
I should go and get a tetanus shot.
Everyone's get a tetanus shot.
I feel like it's
mean-
better safe than sorry, Danny. And because with like rusted stuff, like you know how when you're riding past like rusted metal on the road, and I'm always like,
Yeah.
oh gosh, if I crashed and like that sliced my leg, just even like a little bit,
Oh yeah.
Okay.
that could be really bad.
You
Thanks for making me more aware.
no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've
Everyone,
influenced me, LDC.
I'm
and
such a good
Grace,
vaccine
obviously.
influencer.
Do you get commission? Go to the
From pharmaceutical companies?
yeah.
No.
Go to the pharmacy and be like, I have code LDC20.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
checkout.
20% off if your next vaccination.
Oh, that's
Oh,
hilarious.
what the hell? Make them free. Free vaccinations for everyone.
True.
But you recovered fine. But you must have. Were you in a group when this all happened?
Yeah, well, the group had split already. We were maybe down to like 8 or 9 people there because, we like to go berserk in the first hour of most races.
Yeah.
So we'd gone berserk. entering the muddy section. And yeah, the group had like really come down. And then attacks. I was the defendant. I've won that race a few times now, like multiple years. And then I think, maybe when your main competitor goes down into a barbed wire fence is a good time to attack.
I feel like gravel especially.
Oh, yeah. So I was like, wow, why is it so hard to catch everyone?
That's
We
so
weren't going
funny.
this hard before. It was, yeah. And like the whole field was like just scattered. Like all
Oh,
the
geez.
8 or 9 women were just like, I caught them like one by one. I went into LDC chase mode and caught people one by
I've
one.
been on the other end of that as well.
Yeah.
Savage.
I'm either off the front or chasing to get back to the group.
I just have memories of you at Unbound, just literally just sat on the front, like drilling it, and we're literally just lined out because of you.
Yeah, I just like to go hard, like all the time. So I had lots of opportunities to go hard to get back to the leaders. Emily, it was Emily and Sierra Sims. They were the 2 leaders, and then I caught the group, and then eventually Sierra fell off one of the climbs, then it was just me and Emily for like the next 2.5 hours.
Wow.
At that point, I was like bleeding out of my arm.
Jeez.
I had blown so many matches, like catching them because they were like,
Yeah, I bet.
they were going fast.
I'm
Like,
not surprised. And
yeah.
that was pretty early on to crash as well into a long day.
So it turned it into a much bigger effort than I was hoping for that day.
That's
And there was,
wild.
yeah. And then I had a great reminder, more PSAs. Everyone doing a local gravel race, just always check every single intersection. I feel like I'm used to like more traffic control, like in the bigger races, like
Yeah.
there's usually just like a little bit more traffic control, but like in local races, like it's just and great that they put them on, but like they can't control 100 miles of gravel and
No,
all
of
the
course not.
intersections. So there was like a really, really close call at one of them. It was just me and Emily. And that's when we just like basically called a truce for like the next hour and we're reflecting on how happy we were to be alive. And
Jeez, that's scary.
yeah, but we
That
survived.
sounds
We're survivors, and then we got back to it.
wow.
But at that point, I was like, I
Just get me to the finish.
I just want to be done. I've
I really want.
had enough.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I really want to know, like, do you have a coach? Because I feel like,
Yeah.
how are you coached? Because you just must be like, more pain.
More. I have a coach, Elliot
Yeah.
Berry, one of my homies. We were friends first, client
Oh.
later. Yeah. He's a mountain bike bro.
Oh,
He
cool.
yeah, he used to work for Fast Cat, but now he's back to his own coaching. He's got all the sciencey degrees, exercise physiology. He's a smart cookie. Actually, he also coaches Cecily Decker now because
Amazing.
Dang.
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Diesel Decker, LDC on the same plan.
Oh yeah.
Holy.
Oh yeah. It's amazing. We can talk about our workouts every single day together if we want. Yeah. So how about your
That's
intervals?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Elliot, he keeps me in check. Otherwise, I
Yeah.
would just be like
I was gonna say, would you
riding.
think you'd like overdo it massively?
Oh yeah, I've had a history of overdoing it. Yeah, I would just like
Yeah.
be riding 30 hours a week every week. In the
Wow.
Bodega run, we did 80 hours in like 10 days or whatever.
my
In 2 weeks.
gosh.
No, we did 80 hours in 15 days.
Gee,
That's
girl.
crazy.
It was
Wow.
awesome. That was my kind of training camp.
Yeah,
So the
I
volume
bet.
is there.
Yeah. But then I think I think a lot of us are guilty of it, isn't it? Like the rest is just the hardest bit for us.
Oh yeah, but it's amazing how good you'll feel after like a proper
Exactly.
rest week.
Yeah.
Jumping in really quick to do one more shout out to our sponsor, Bike Tires Direct. We're so grateful for their support. You can buy anything bike related at all on their website, biketiresdirect.com, using the code Bonk Babes in all caps for 10% off your order. Check it out.
Amazing. What's the
Oh
vibe
wait, we
going?
do have
Oh,
we do have
oh, we've got lists.
Yeah,
we can do that now.
questions.
We can go into listener questions.
Like, I don't even know. I was just talking. Yeah.
We're just
What's the
talking.
question?
We have been chatting. It's been
At
great.
the beginning of this podcast, I was like, I cannot forget the questions because whenever people
we
ask questions,
always
I
forget
always
them.
forget.
All right, I'm ready. Hit me.
Okay, so someone, Matt, said, my daughter, 10, is interested in a gravel... Oh, gosh. Is interested in a gravel bike. I can only get her one bike. There's no gravel kids group rides, only a mountain bike kid group. I want to support her cycling interest, just trying to guide her to the right path for the short term. Wait, so I guess the question is...
Yeah, what's the question?
Oh, how can she get into gravel cycling?
The question is, what gravel bike should he get her? And then
an Argonaut.
Yeah, like how
an Argonaut, because they can custom it to her size.
And then how he can support her, because there's only like mountain bike kid groups, you know? So like riding on gravel as a 10-year-old would be sus.
Yeah, I think being part of the kids mountain bike group now is actually
more beneficial.
Like more beneficial
100%.
now. Yeah, if she learns the skills when she's 10, she'll be able to transition. The gravel, going from mountain bike to gravel will be nothing.
Yeah.
I would definitely do more skills as a 10-year-old.
Yeah, if I could go back, I should have done mountain biking as a kid. I did it like playing around, but nothing like I wish I did.
Yeah, no, me too. My parents are they've never ridden a bike in their life, and I was just playing video games. Wish I was on a kid mountain bike ride. So I would say definitely that's a good group to be in. And then there's a lot of there's like collegiate gravel teams. They just had the national championships
at Valley of Tears.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did see that.
So yeah, she can get into it in college and just be a mountain biker for now. Maybe a little bit of road to gain some strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lung capacity.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, imagine like all the... You know how a lot of kids do cyclocross? Because, like, cyclocross and mountain bike is the safest option for kids because they're not on the road. But I was like, these cyclocross kids, like, I'm sure they're, like, 13, 15 years old, and they're like, oh, I want to go out on a road bike, like, on a road ride. Mom, why won't you let me go out on a road ride? I was like, if I was a mom to a 13 to a 15-year-old that wanted to go on the road, I would be like, you are not going out there alone.
Yeah, when you put it that way, I'll subject myself. I'll put myself on the road. I'm not going to put my kid on the road.
Yeah, there's crazy people. Even with me, I would be like, I don't know about that. Maybe some like neighborhood loops. Maybe that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
But I really like that. I really like that this dad is getting his daughter into cycling.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah, it's cute.
Very cute.
Okay, and then another question is, for LDC, what do you do post-race recovery beyond shower? Because it was saying because you take, like, we all battle the elements and each other out there and come home a little worse for wear, but LDC takes dig deep mentality past 100%. So I feel like this is kind of what we were talking about earlier. But, like, what do you do for recovery after your races?
Ketones.
Oh.
You're a ketone fan.
Oh, yeah. Oh, kinetic. Yeah.
Are you sponsored? Oh, no, feed.
Literally.
At the feed. Ketones are like, I don't know. I think they're better at helping you recover than they are for like in a race or like before a race. Ketones like allow me to like continuously like do the hard effort day after day after day. They're really good for stage racing. Had some really good stage races with ketones.
You said Normatec boots too.
Oh, Normatec boots, obviously. I used to, as you said, when I was like on the COVID task force at home, I was for like 4 hours in my Normatec boots, just like coding. It was amazing.
No, that's what's the longest that you've gone in them for?
Probably 4 hours. Probably when I was like,
okay.
Yeah, I was probably just like because I used to do like computer programming stuff, like writing codes for like, data analysis. Yeah, data analysis. So I was like get into a thing and I'm like, oh, I've been in these for 4 hours.
Wait, that's how I feel because mine are set right now on 45 minutes. But then, like, if I'm just watching TV at night, I'll just sit on the sectional, like in the long section of it, and then I'll literally be in them for like an hour and a half. And then my roommate walks down the stairs and she's like, "How long have you been in those?" And I'm like, "An hour and a half."
Oh, what is time?
She's
That's
like,
so
well,
fun.
she also was like, "Is it safe for you to be in those for that long?" And I'm like, "I think it's fine."
ChatGPT.
Totally
Well,
fine.
I Googled it once and it was like, oh yeah, 45 to 60 minutes is the recommendation. And I'm like, a little bit more. Like 4 hours couldn't hurt.
More is more.
Yeah.
Always more is more.
Exactly.
Dash LDC. That's deep. We're gonna put it on her statue in Trinidad, Colorado with a guitar. Under her statue is gonna say more is more.
That's my recommendation. More is more. Normatec booth hit the ketones while in the Normatec booths.
Yeah, don't they sell the Normatec boots on the feed too?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, go to thefeed.com.
Go to thefeed.com, look up hyper ice, and then look up ketone IQ or kinetic.
Do you have a code?
Actually, I don't know.
What the heck? I'm on the feed. Give this girl a commission code.
I love the feed. They're based out of my hometown of Broomfield, Colorado. They're like 8 minutes away from me. So
yeah. Oh wait, yeah. I saw on their Instagram one day and they were like, when LDC lives so close, she just stops by the warehouse and picks up her order.
Stop.
Yeah, no, did you see that?
She was like in a kit. Literally in a kit.
I was sleeping in one of the shelves. I was taking a nap. I said I moved into the feed.
That's so funny.
This is better than living at my dad's house.
That's so funny.
No, my dad's house is actually really sweet, but yeah, the feed is only 8 minutes away from his house.
That's so funny.
So good.
I can get it faster than the mail, so.
True.
Yeah, that's true. Was that all the questions?
Yes, that was.
Lenny had. Did Lenny not ask some really inappropriate questions?
What strip club in Broomfield, Colorado would you recommend? No, I'm joking.
Wait, what in Broomfield, Colorado? I recommend Broomfield, Colorado.
No. I said what strip club in Broomfield would you recommend?
I don't think we have any, actually.
Well, yeah, so for anyone listening, this isn't a question I would normally ask. Lenny from Holy Spirit of Gravel asked Lauren on her podcast what strip club in Atlanta would she recommend?
More strip clubs in Atlanta than there are in Broomfield. Yeah. There's some in Boulder, but they're not as good as the ones in Atlanta.
Oh, so you have experience.
So good. That's another job to add to the list.
She's a strip club ranker.
Yes, my side gig. Yeah,
I think that's the perfect way to wrap it up.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on, Lauren.
No problem. I know that's what the people really want to know.
So